What's up guys? Today we're going to talk about mistakes that most beginners do, and the first one is being too impatient or going too quick into hard exercise and skipping the basics like the ring support. Because as you can see, even though I'm pretty advanced into my training on the rings, man, straight arm work is pretty hard. Even that exercise as a beginner, when you're gonna do them with the ring turnout, you're gonna feel it. It's an intense exercise to do, especially when you're a beginner, because it's the first straight arm work you're gonna do, especially on the ring. And I'm not joking guys, you should try it out for yourself if you're a beginner with the ring turnout, and if you can just perform it that way, and when you get stronger you should be able to do so. The next mistake most people do is they are not using the rings, and don't hurt yourself while doing those. Because yeah, as you can see, I don't have a lot of space right now, so I'm doing with what I can. But you know, that exercise is called the skin the cat, and what I mean by you don't even do those exercise, mobility is pretty important when you're doing an exercise on the rings, especially in those shoulders guys, because if you're gonna learn the back lever and more advanced exercise like the FS2, at the moment I'm learning it, and you're gonna need those strong and stable shoulders, especially into those hard exercise where you need to be inverted, you need to have the arms behind your back and such. Because let's face it guys, when you're doing that exercise, if you rep it out or you just hold it into the German hangs, don't hurt yourself again when performing those, because it will be pretty bad. You're gonna get insane amount of gains mobility wise and strength wise, and you will thank yourself into the long run because those exercise, man. And the next mistake you're probably doing is not using the mobility of the rings. You're probably doing pull-ups or chin-up while you could be doing some false grip, and really experimenting with all the options and the tools you have when you're training, you know, because if you're gonna train the same, you're gonna remain the same, and your physics gonna stay the same, your strength and so on, you know. But on the other side, if you start training with everything you have and you experiment with everything, you might be able to work your way through some hard exercise just like I'm showing you right now. And even though it's gonna be hard guys, the next thing you can use as a tool and a mistake you are making is not using negatives or using them incorrectly. For this example, I've chose the one arm chin up because it's a hard move. I can do it, but you know, I'm not gonna do 12 reps on it. And one way to progress onto that exercise, I can do some one arm negative, or I can assist myself with the uneven chin up. That way, on top of the one arm chin up reps I am doing, I am actually getting the volume in, you know, because if you're gonna do only intensity workout guys, this has no use and you could be injuring yourself fast, and next thing you know, you're out of the game for like 2 or 3 weeks and you're gonna start anew. Just like this exercise guys, let's say I'm an intermediate, I just started training with the one leg front lever, and I'm asking myself, well, I can only do 3 reps for that example. What can I do to improve faster, but at the same time really work on that front lever? Because when you're working on those skills guys, it's more about time under tension, just like you're doing them for muscle gains. Because if you're doing a hard variation for 5 seconds, you will be better off doing a simpler variation or an easier one with 15 or 20 seconds. That way you add this time over each session, and you will become stronger faster, and you will learn each movement or any exercise that you're trying to doing faster than just trying your luck with harder variation. Because let's face it guys, even as an advanced athlete on the rings, I still make these mistakes sometimes. And this tip guys is pretty much what I'm telling every single video, and it's about the leverages guys. if you're gonna perform an exercise and only do 5 reps before you drop down and fail miserably, or just really do 5 reps and be happy with that. Of course, if you're training for strength and doing only low reps because you don't want your form to break down or risk any injuries, is fine. But if you're performing easy exercise that you know you can do a lot of reps, like 5 or 6, you can be doing so much more with that exercise if you adjust the leverages, you play with it, and you see how it goes, what's easy for you and what's not easy. Because some people ask me, well, how can I improve my form, how can I add more reps into my training? Well, you're not even playing with the leverages, you're not even trying to take a step back and do more reps. You're only doing 6 or 7 reps and you call it a day. That's not a great way to improve, because if you want to make more gains out of each exercise and each session, take a couple steps back. I know it's gonna be way too easy for you and you're gonna be like, well, I can do this for hours, I guess. The next tip I want to talk about, guys, you're gonna see, and it's gonna be the ring turnout. Why aren't you doing that? I'm telling you to do it every session, every workout video that I post. Do the ring turnout, play with the leverages. You're not doing that. If you are doing the ring turnout, man, you're gonna get more gains that nobody else would get if they are not doing that little tweak, because every tool in the toolbox must be used when you're working out. Let's take it that way, because if you're going to add that into your routine, guys, you're gonna be stronger than the guy that isn't doing all those small tweaks and adjustment to his training. And the last tip, guys, it's the most important one. On social media, you can see people doing 2 fingers, straddle front lever close to the ground, or just simply any kind of hard movement. And if you're not that strong yet, guys, don't compare yourself to those guys or those athletes, because they work their way there for a reason. They are doing those exercises. Take your time. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and don't feel bad about yourself if you are only performing 2 or 3 reps on basic exercise like the pull-up. I will see you the next time I upload, guys. Really take it easy with your training. Time will come and you're gonna get stronger anyway.